Welcome back to Jack Sportsman Bobcat Stadium for our JV matchup between Three Rivers and Refugio tonight. Three Rivers has won the toss, has elected to defer to the second half, and will kick to Refugio. Thank you for joining us. We're going to do our best to keep up. Of course, I don't claim to be a commentator. I'm just the camera guy in the truck, which is basically on top of the press box. We will have a field camera tonight. Matter of fact, there it is right there. It's actually aiming at towards the ground at the moment. And we are underway here at the Jack. Like we had a fumble, but it was recovered by Jaden Lewis. Actually takes over the quarterback spot for our JV. I'm sorry, Keelan Brown is back tonight. He was injured, but he is back tonight. He is in the backfield. Passes off to his left. Incomplete pass intended for Jaden Lewis. Brings up a second down 10. Pass to Carson Herring, who catches it and rumbles into the end zone. Touchdown, Refugio. And now I show a yellow light on my screen, which means having issues with the internet. Go figure that out. Extra point is good. Makes the score 7-0. It's 9:36 left to play in the first quarter. Not sure what happened. We don't know. Looks like they're going to replay it. Little confusion here on the field. Looks like they called an offsides on Three Rivers, and they're going to replay the extra point kick. This time they're going for two. And they don't get it. That makes the score 6-0. Well, it's 6-0. The scoreboard operator hasn't figured it out yet. How's the stream look now, Teresa? We took the field camera off. It seemed like it was bogging down the network. We took it off. We'll try to add it back here in a little bit and see what happens. Keelan Brown does the kicking duties also for Refugio. And the kick is away. Bounces off the receiver there. Picks the ball up and he's tackled. They're going to mark it at the 14-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Bulldogs from the 14. Ball's brought up to the, let's see where they mark it. Looks like they're going to mark it at the 19. Gain 5 on that play. Be 2nd down 5. Gains a couple yards to the 22. Be 3rd down and 1. Hand off to the left, hit immediately, loses a yard or 2, be 4th down and 3. Three Rivers looks to punt. Punt is away. And it is downed at the 43-yard line. As I said earlier, 2 of our JV players answered the call to be moved up to varsity. Jordan King, Kai Whitmire. Congratulations, guys. We can't wait to see you on Friday night. Brown out to Herring. Gets up to about the 44-yard line. Second down, Brown passes out to Lewis, who pitches back to Herring, who is going untouched to the end zone. Touchdown. It looks like there may be a flag down. And it is. They're going to bring the ball back here.
Coach call that one? Coach call it?
We even have referees on the top of the press box here.
Yeah, Coach called it. He listened to us.
Brown rolls out to his right. Going to keep it and get up to about the 48-yard line. Keelan rolls out to the right and throws back to his left. Pass dropped. We seem to be having some issues with our field camera. It's taken away from the network here. Keep getting the yellow light, back to green light, back to yellow light. I've moved him back down here closer to me, so we'll see what happens. So 4th down, Brown back to punt. Ball's going to roll dead at the 15-yard line. So we're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Freel leads 6-0.
From Corpus Christi to Rockport, and from Aransas Pass to Refugio. From Mustang Island to Portland, and everywhere in between. We know the Coastal Bend. We're Wilkinson Chevrolet in Refugio, and we've been doing business in South Texas for years. We're from here and we're your neighbors, not some big corporate machine. So don't forget to visit Wilkinson Chevrolet in Refugio, where you're treated like family. Remember, a Wilkinson deal is a Chevrolet steal.
Back here in Refugio. Beck was tripped up there. Gained about 2 yards to the 19 and a half, 18 and a half. Well, they're going to mark it at the 19. It'll be second down. about 5. Got folks in Ingleside watching tonight. Thank you for tuning in. Hope it all looks clear where you're at. Let us know if you see any problems, audio problems or video problems. We have a router installed now in the press box, so we'll see what happens this week. Ball carried up to the 30-yard line. It's going to be a first down 10, Bulldogs. Hands off, he rolls out to the right side, gets up to about the 39-yard line. He's second down and 1 for the Bulldogs. Handoff up the middle, gets to the 40-yard line. It's going to be a first down 10 for the Bulldogs. Mr. Pate is sure looking to be that way. Now Refugio moved up a couple studs to the varsity. It's a direct snap to the back that was running across the line there. Bring up a second down 10. I'm sorry, he gained a couple yards on that. He's second down 8. From the 42 of the Bulldogs. Quarterback keeps, gets up to the 43, where he'll be marked down. Forward progress there. Brings up a third down and 7. .124 left to go in the first quarter. Quarterback hands off. Loses a yard. Actually loses 2 yards. It'll be marked at the 41. Be fourth down and 9. Three Rivers punts. And it takes a nice bulldog roll to the 20-yard line of the Bobcats where they will take over 1st and 10. We will be right back.
The Refugio ISD Education Foundation, along with the Bobcat Band and cheerleaders, arrived in style on fire trucks for the 2021 Catwalk. 14 teachers were surprised last month with a big check to fund their 2021 Innovative Teaching Grants. It was great to see the excitement from the teachers and the students as the checks were presented to teachers on each campus. In the past 2 years, the Education Foundation has donated over $68,000 to the district to fund equipment and materials for the classrooms. You can join us in supporting the students and teachers. Go to the Refugio ISD Education Foundation website or Facebook page and find out how. Order a brick or a bench for the Bobcat Tribute Plaza. Participate in a fundraiser or just make a donation. Help us have a bigger catwalk in 2022.
That was a nice pass from Keelan Brown to, get my roster out here. It's like Jaden Lewis. Touchdown Refugio. We'd like to thank the Refugio Education Foundation, Refugio ISD Education Foundation, for what they do for our classroom teachers. And we also thank them for coming along with us for the ride here for the Refugio Bobcats. Two-point conversion is no good. 10 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Refugio leads 12-0. Thank you guys for watching. If you weren't with us in the first game, our combined junior high team defeated Three Rivers Junior High pretty handedly. I hope that you're watching with us tomorrow. We're going to have the Lady Cat volleyball team in a big district contest against the Eagles of Woodsboro. And then tomorrow evening we'll start our broadcast at 6:45 here at Jack Sportsman Bobcat Stadium as the Three Rivers Bulldogs roll into town. Brown's got it teed up. And he has shifted the ball on the tee. I'm willing to bet we have an onside kick coming, folks. No, we don't. It kicked it deep. Looks like he lost his footing there on the turf. It's going to be marked down at the 18-yard line, 19-yard line. The Bulldogs take over. It looks like our scoreboard has gone off. We have no scoreboard. Someone unplugged the scoreboard or pushed the wrong button. First and 10 Bulldogs from the 19. Failed handoff. Refugio recovers. Will be 1st and 10 from the 14, it looks like. And that's going to be the first quarter. We have a timeout. We'll take it also. We will be right back.
From Corpus Christi to Rockport, and from Aransas Pass to Refugio. From Mustang Island to Portland, and everywhere in between. We know the Coastal Bend. We're Wilkinson Chevrolet in Refugio, and we've been doing business in South Texas for years. We're from here and we're your neighbors, not some big corporate machine. So don't forget to visit Wilkinson Chevrolet in Refugio, where you're treated like family. Remember, a Wilkinson deal is a Chevrolet steal.
Well, let me tell you something, brother. You're watching the #1 source for the Refugio Bobcats, the Refugio Sports Network, dude. And now your hosts, Billy Swinney and Ryan Linney, brother. Ooh.
Back here at Jack Sportsman Bobcat Stadium, going into the second quarter, 12-0 Refugio. And they've just recovered the ball they're going to place the ball on the 14-yard line. Well, now the referee's standing on the 15-yard line. Keelan Brown is still at quarterback.
They're talking. Get in the game.
Four receivers set, one back. Quarterback rolls out, goes off to his right, and it is almost intercepted.
He didn't intercept it. He dropped it. That is not an interception. That was not an interception. He dropped it.
So it's going to be second down and 10. Got three receivers set this time, one back. Handoff. Pitch back to Herring. And he is out of bounds at the 10. It'll be 3rd down and 5 from the 10. And it looks like there's a penalty flag down here. Brings the ball back to the 25-yard line. Replay the down, be 2nd down and 20. Five receivers set now. That's a pass to Benny Flores. Gets up to the 15-yard line, 14-yard line. And it's going to be 3rd down and about 9. Hand off to Herring. He makes a nice move and gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Refugio. Carson Herring, 14-yard run. Makes the score 18-0 with 8:56 left to play in the half. Brown setting up to kick the extra point. The snap, the hold, the kick is up, is good. Makes the score 19-0. And we will take a short break. We will be right back.
Refugio ISD holds special memories in the hearts of anyone who has ever been part of the school. The Refugio ISD Education Foundation provides resources that will create engaging learning experiences for students. You can be a part of the Bobcat Tribute Plaza. Order a brick or a bench, and you will help to build on the tradition of excellence and opportunity that has always been at the heart of Refugio ISD.
We're from here and we're your neighbors. We're Wilkinson Chevrolet in Refugio, and we've been doing business in South Texas for years. Remember, a Wilkinson deal is a Chevrolet deal.
Back here at the Jack Sportsman Bobcat Stadium. Refugio's just taking a 19-0 lead. And Mr. Gregorczyk just said the mosquitoes must be bad on the field. They haven't started eating us yet. Let's leave them down there. Brown set the kick again. That ball goes into the end zone. It's going to be a touchback. Bulldogs will take over on the 25-yard line. 1st and 10. Everybody let me know how the stream looks and how the audio sounds. I think we finally figured our problems out. We have a router now in the press box that's actually helping the broadcast. It seems like from where I'm standing anyway. Number 1 is Jaden Lewis. And we have a timeout here in Refugio. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Refugio ISD Education Foundation, First State Bank of Refugio, Wilkinson Chevrolet, Bobcat Alley Oil and Lube, the Refugio County Farm Bureau, Mid-Coast Lease Service, Brian Neiman Insurance. Thank you guys for coming along the ride with us. Maybe I could talk to John to see if I can get old Monty down there at Parker to help us out a little bit. No? He just shook his head, guys. That's all right. We thank you guys for coming along with us. We are working our way to the playoffs. Hopefully the UIL will give us permission to video broadcast the playoffs. Of course, it's just not permission. You got to put up $1,000 to do that for the rights of the broadcasts. We have that taken care of at the moment. We just need the UIL to give us the okay. Quarterback throws off to his left. It's complete up to the 26-yard line. They marked it at the 27.
From the Van Nisses in Oklahoma.
Just had a donor climb the ladder to the press box. to give a donation to us. We can't thank you guys enough. The Van Nesses in Oklahoma, we cannot thank you. They came all the way from Oklahoma to give me that. That's great. Quarterback hands off to the back. He gets up to about the 30-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and 5 from the 30. As always, if you'd like to donate to the broadcast, we don't make a dime off of this. It all goes to funding the playoffs for the Bobcats. We're coming to the games. We want to stream them to Bobcat Nation who can't make it to the games. With COVID going on, people are still sitting at home watching the games, and we appreciate you that. And we're going to make it happen, folks. Mr. Pate, it's $1,000 per game. We got 5 of them to pay for. Quarterback runs out of bounds about the 28-yard line. Hello, Mr. Borland. We sure miss you here in Refugio, but I hope you're having a great time there in Colorado. Hope it sounds and you can see it nice and clear. I think we finally figured it out. And we're going to have a timeout, Three Rivers, and we will take one with them. 19-0 here in Refugio, 6:42 left to go in the half. We'll be right back.
From Corpus Christi to Rockport, and from Aransas Pass to Refugio. From Mustang Island to Portland, and everywhere in between. We know the Coastal Bend. We're Wilkinson Chevrolet in Refugio, and we've been doing business in South Texas for years. We're from here and we're your neighbors, not some big corporate machine. So don't forget to visit Wilkinson Chevrolet in Refugio, where you're treated like family. Remember, a Wilkinson deal is a Chevrolet steal.
You're watching the #1 source for the Refugio Bobcats, the Refugio Sports Network, with your hosts, Billy Sweeney and Ryan Linney.
Back here at the Jack, Three Rivers got a 4th down situation, and they have punted the ball back to the Cats, and they're going to just let it roll. It's going to be down by the Bulldogs at about the 42-yard line of the Bobcats. So Refugio takes over from their own 42-yard line. Mr. Pate, I have no doubt that we will be able to get the money we need to do this. We're just about there, actually. It's Benny Flores on the carry. He gets up to the 41-yard line of the Bulldogs. Benny Flores also has a brother on the team, Chris. His parents are BJ and Liz Flores from here in Refugio. 1st and 10. Brown back to pass. Throws off to Herring. And it is caught, and he reaches across the goal line. Touchdown, Refugio. Carson Herring with a nice reception from Brown. Makes the score 25-0. And Brown is setting up the tee for the extra point here. Jaden Lewis is the hold man here. And it's a fake. Lewis picks the ball up and runs off to the right side. And he's in for the 2-point conversion. 27-0 Refugio. 5:47 left to go in the second quarter. Well, Mr. Pate, we're just about there. We haven't even started offering sponsorships for the playoffs yet. We're hoping the same sponsors will come along the ride on the playoffs with us, and possibly even more. We plan on doing basketball, and we're going to hopefully do the volleyball playoffs. Of course, volleyball playoffs cost money too. The UIL wants to give the permission, and the rights have to be paid for to go broadcast those games. But the regular season ban has been lifted by the UIL, allowing us to broadcast these regular season games to you guys every week. The State of Texas Coaches Association, Texas High School Coaches Associations voted on lifting the ban, letting the UIL know that the ban should be lifted, and they listened. And we are so delighted and very excited to bring the ball games to you. It's been something I've wanted to do for a long time, and we're finally making it happen. Carson Perrins Herring, do I know? Well, let's see. He just happens to be one of the best coaches in the state of Texas, Jason Herring, and his wife, Lisa. A nice tackle by Ryan Hasso there. Bulldogs will set up shop, 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. Mr. Pate, I meant that with every word I said. One of the best coaches in the state of Texas, in my opinion. Probably the best. Got the best coaching staff in the state of Texas, in my opinion. These guys start day one of summer break, and they go until they win that state championship, and then it starts again the next day. They're all dedication, all drive. Well, he actually has 2 sons, Mr. Pate. Bulldogs gain a yard there, 2nd down 9 from the 34. 5:09 and counting. Handoff. Gets up to about the 46-yard line. He'll be marked down. Be a 1st and 10 Bulldogs. Coach Herring started the season with 185 wins, and he's already got 7 under his belt. So he's at 192. Here in Refugio. It's a nice run by the Bulldogs there. Gets up to about the 21-yard line, be 1st and 10 from the Bobcat 21. Hands off, up the middle, tackled about the 19-yard line, 2nd down 9 for the Bulldogs. They lost a little yardage on that play. Be 3rd down and 9. Some of our varsity players are down here watching the JV play, throwing the ball around a little bit, and they'll be shining tomorrow night. Quarterback keeps, rolls out to his left side, throws down the field. Looked like it was batted away. No, it was caught. Caught at the 17-yard line. It'd be a 4th down and 6. And we have a timeout. Refugio. We'll take it with them. We will be right back.
When we say a Wilkinson deal is a Chevrolet steal, we mean it. At Wilkinson Chevrolet in Refugio, we can get you financed. We are experts at second chance financing. With several financing options, we can find the financing that fits your needs. Remember, our favorite word is yes. That's Wilkinson Chevrolet in Refugio, where you're treated like family.
Remember, a Wilkinson deal is a Chevrolet steal.
Refugio ISD holds special memories in the hearts of anyone who has ever been part of the school. The Refugio ISD Education Foundation provides resources that will create engaging learning experiences for students. You can be a part of the Bobcat Tribute Plaza. Order a brick or a bench, and you will help to build on the tradition of excellence and opportunity that has always been at the heart of Refugio ISD.
Back here at Jack Sportsman Bobcat Stadium, 27-0, 1:45 left to go in the half. Three Rivers fails to gain a 1st down. Refugio will take over on downs at their 15-yard line. Four receivers set, 1 back. Brown steps back to pass. Passes out to Chris Flores, who's pushed towards the end zone, and he scores. Touchdown, Refugio. I see no flags on the field, but that will stand. Touchdown. a nice pass from Brown to Flores. It's actually pushed towards the end zone. They don't tackle, they push them now. Brown setting the tee for the extra point. The snap, the hold, the kick. And it is no good. So with that, Refugio leads 33-0, 1:28 left to go in the half. If you joined us earlier, the Refugio Junior High handled business with Three Rivers right before this game here. Tomorrow evening we are broadcasting the Refugio Lady Cats. They have a huge district game with the neighbors to the south. I think that determines playoff seeding. Refugio actually stands in second place at the moment. And then tomorrow night we'll start our broadcast about 6:45 with Bobcat Trivia. Then we'll play a little game called Whose Touchdown Is It Anyway, where you can predict who's going to make the first touchdown, and it can be made any way. Kickoff return, a lineman can pick up a fumble and run back the ball. You actually win an 11x17 print made by Mr. Billy Sweeney, my broadcast partner here. I've given him the night off. He'll be here tomorrow. He drives in from Round Rock every ball game. And then I'll start our pregame about 7:15, and then we'll start the ball game tomorrow night at 7:30. And as always, we are still looking for sponsors. If you'd like to sponsor, give us a message, send us a message, give us a call. We'd love to have you here supporting the Bobcats. We'd get a logo. If you got a commercial, we throw it on here for you. Let the folks know that your business supports your hometown Bobcats. It also lets Bobcat Nation know. Tell us where you're watching from, folks. I know Mr. Cardona's down there in Houston. He's a big supporter of the Refugio Sports Network. We thank him for being very patient with us. Handoff gets up to about the 45-yard line of the Bobcats. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 45. I'd like to thank the Van Ness family from Oklahoma. They actually climbed on the top of the press box here to give a donation. We can't thank you enough. Nine yards there, it'd be 2nd down and 5 from the 40. I'll tell you, Mr. Cardona, and you already know this, but Bobcat Nation reaches far and wide. Of course, you know, we have fans that love us, the diehard fans, and then we have fans that love to hate us.
Call the timeout.
They called a timeout with 2 seconds left to go on the clock, huh? Well, are they going to take it to halftime? Fort Bragg, North Carolina. Thank you for watching. Well, it looks like they got 2 seconds on the clock, huh? Yeah, local kids. Well, we appreciate you watching, Mr. Cardona. It's something I've wanted to do for a long time, and we finally have the capability to do it. You know, I've put out 2 books, a volume 1 and a volume 2, that covers the history of Refugio football, 90 years of it. Books are pretty thick and pretty heavy. When people tell me that they're heavy, I tell them, well, that's 90 years of Bobcat football you're holding in your hands. It's a lot there. Hey, David, just put it in the press box. Press box. Yeah, just set it in the press box. All right, we got 1 play left to go in the half. That's a pass play. Receiver falls down, and that's going to take us to halftime. Score 33-0. We're going to take a short break, and we will be right back. We're going to keep the stream going. We'll just put it over here on the scoreboard. You guys go take a potty break, get you something to drink, and we will return shortly. Thanks for watching. Back here at Jack Sportsman Bobcat Stadium, the Bobcats are coming out of the facility with a 33-0 lead on Three Rivers. I could thank you guys for staying with us. And I'm not sure about a running clock. I haven't been told anything. But I would assume that there would be a running clock. Refugio will be kicking back to the Bulldogs to start the second half. I have been told that they've installed or they've hooked up the speakers up here on the press box, so it could be loud tomorrow evening. I've also installed a router inside the press box to help us with these broadcasts. I hope everybody can see it nice and clear. We appreciate you watching. Ricardo, thanks for watching in Victoria. We have some folks on here from Uvalde, Postals. I'm sorry if I got that wrong. But we appreciate you guys watching. Bounces off a tackler and keeps on going. We're going to mark him down at the 33-yard line. Mr. Pate, I understand what you're saying, but according to UIL, the broadcast rights for the playoffs are owned by Bally Sports, which is Fox Sports Net, basically. And you know, Texan Live has actually came on board with Dave Campbell's Texas Football, and you know there's a little influence there for the UIL. So we'll see what happens as time gets closer. Quarterback handed off. The back was taken to the back to the 20-yard line. I'm sorry, 30-yard line, where he was taken out of bounds. It's going to be second down and about 13. Bobcat defense just swarms to the football. He picks up a yard. Ball's marked at the 31-yard line. Be 3rd and 12. Mr. Hasso, yes it was. And we can't thank the school district enough. Like a completed pass up to the 38-yard line. It's going to bring up a 4th down, about 5. And, you know, small town drama, an ambulance is heading up Swift Street over here with their lights flashing. Bulldogs punt. It's taken about the 33-yard line. Jaden Lewis still on his feet. He's taken down at about the 47-yard line of the Bobcats. So it's going to be 1st and 10 Refugio. Well, they're marking him at the 48. 1st and 10 Bobcats from the 48-yard line. Mr. Hasso, I appreciate the ISD allowing us to do this. It's a great service, I think, to the folks who cannot travel. And Mr. Pate, Three Rivers is actually 6-2 on the season. Refugio's coming in at 7-0. Dave Campbell's Texas Football predicts a 41-point win margin for the Bobcats. The Harris poll predicts 49 points. Brown back to pass. He passes off to Troy Howell. And we got a holding. Holding against Refugio. That was at the 43-yard line. They're going to bring it back to the... they're going to put the ball on the 48 of the Bulldogs. Brown back to pass. Looks out to Herring. Incomplete. It's going to bring up a 3rd down. Check that. That's going to bring up a 2nd down and 6 for the Cats. Herring with the pitch. Ball was passed from Brown to Lewis. Pitch to Herring. Picks up a 1st down. It's going to be 1st and 10 Bobcats from the Bulldog 41-yard line. I'm sorry, 36-yard line. Excuse me. I'm looking at this little screen on my iPad here, so. Hand off to Flores. He gets up to about the 30-yard line. We'll mark him down at the 29, it looks like. Now, all the folks that worked on the Wi-Fi here at the stadium, I'm sure they were told a lot about it. The problems we were having. The fires got lit and they got it done. We can't thank everybody enough for getting it done. Brown back to pass. Off to his right side. And it looked like that was an incomplete pass. And off to Herring. Oh my word, that was a horse collar, but he did not throw a flag. Let's look at that again. Wow. Flag stuck in his pocket. Brown back to pass over the middle. Touchdown to Chris Flores again. Makes the score 39-0 with 4:19 left to go in the third quarter. There's not a running clock yet. That was Javante Franklin on the reception. Javante Lewis. And that extra point is good. Makes the score 40-0 here in the third quarter. We'll take a commercial break. We'll be right back.
From Corpus Christi to Rockport, and from Aransas Pass to Refugio. From Mustang Island to Portland, and everywhere in between. We know the Coastal Bend. We're Wilkinson Chevrolet in Refugio, and we've been doing business in South Texas for years. We're from here and we're your neighbors, not some big corporate machine. So don't forget to visit Wilkinson Chevrolet in Refugio, where you're treated like family. Remember, a Wilkinson deal is a Chevrolet steal.
Well, let me tell you something, brother. You're watching the #1 source for the Refugio Bobcats, the Refugio Sports Network, dude. And now your hosts, Billy Swinney and Ryan Linney, brother. Ooh.
Back here in Refugio, Refugio's just taking a 40-0 lead. Refugio set, kick back off to the Bulldogs here. Mr. Cardona, I think it's a district rule that at halftime, if the score is over 40 points, there'll be a running clock in the second half. I could be wrong, but it seems like every game we play that it's over 40 points at halftime, there's a running clock in the second half. I think they decide that before the season ever starts, as far as district goes anyway. What a hit. That was Javante Lewis on the hit there. First and 10 Bulldogs from the 30-yard line. Well, I believe our scoreboard, Mr. Cardona, can go up to 100 points. I think there's enough room for that third digit over there. Maybe we'll see it in my lifetime and be nice. not much of a ball game though. Second down at about 6. Quarterback keeps off to the left side and hits a wall. Going to lose a yard. Be third down and 6. Going to mark it. They're marked. Well, they gave him the spot, I guess. About 3rd and 6. I'm sure there is, Arnie. There's records on everything. Bad snap over the quarterback's head, picks it up, and is taken down at the 16-yard line. And we have an injury timeout on the field. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
The Refugio ISD Education Foundation, along with the Bobcat Band and cheerleaders, arrived in style on fire trucks for the 2021 Catwalk. 14 teachers were surprised last month with a big check to fund their 2021 Innovative Teaching Grants. It was great to see the excitement from the teachers and the students as the checks were presented to teachers on each campus. In the past 2 years, the Education Foundation has donated over $68,000 to the district to fund equipment and materials for the classrooms. You can join us in supporting the students and teachers. Go to the Refugio ISD Education Foundation website or Facebook page and find out how. Order a brick or a bench for the Bobcat Tribute Plaza. Participate in a fundraiser or just make a donation. Help us have a bigger catwalk in 2022.
We're from here and we're your neighbors. We're Wilkinson Chevrolet in Refugio, and we've been doing business in South Texas for years. Remember, a Wilkinson deal is a Chevrolet deal.
And they have that young man up and walking off the field. Brings up a 4th down for Three Rivers. They're in punting formation. We have nobody back for the Bobcats. This ball took a bulldog roll. It's going to stop at the 36-yard line of the Bobcats. Well, I know in 6-man football that 100-point scores are pretty common. For 11-man, I mean, I wouldn't think the score would be, outrageously high. 91 points is most of the Refugio that I can remember scored. Brown back to pass. Passes to Flores. That's caught at the 40-yard line. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 5. Make that 6. Three receivers set. Benny Flores with the handoff. It's brought down at the 49-yard line of the Bobcats. It's going to bring up a 1st down. Minute 19 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Pass out to Jaden Lewis, caught. Ball spotted on the 47-yard line of the Bulldogs. Second down and 5. Brown back to pass. He's scrambling. Throws out to Troy Haug. Makes a fine catch. Skips a tackle. And he is going to rumble into the end zone. Touchdown, Refugio. But I believe there's a flag down. Of course. It's going to be holding against Refugio. And that takes us to the end of the third quarter. It's a beautiful pass from Brown to Haug, who scrambles all the way to the end zone. To be negated with a holding call at the 19-yard line. We put 5 seconds back on the clock. The referee looks very confused. They're bringing the ball all the way back. Well, they're going to run off the 5 seconds. And he's going to run home with the ball, I think. Oh, he's going to mark it from the other end zone, the other end. Never criticize referees. They're out there doing their job. I sure wouldn't want to do it. It's a lot of pressure. All right, we got a 1st and 10 from the 19. Let's look at that again. Again, I would have called pass interference, but you know, I'm up here on top of this press box. When the field camera doesn't work, we can have a playoff camera, folks. I mean an instant replay camera, not a playoff camera. That's coming later, I hope. Brown back to pass. He scrambles out. Throws back over the middle. And it is incomplete to Chris Flores. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 10. From the 19. Three receivers set, one back. Hands off to Flores. I'm sorry, passes off to the left side. And that's incomplete. Pass intended for Devin Valenzuela. Brings up a 4th down and 10. Brown back to pass again. Throws off to his left side to Flores. And he rumbles in to the 3-yard line. Go mark him down at the 4. And it's going to be first down goal from the 4-yard line. Brown back to pass, passes over the middle. Touchdown, Chris Flores. See if it stands this time. I see no laundry on the field. Well, that was strange. The whole line moved. Keelan Brown runs the ball in for a 2-point conversion. So it's 8:56 left to play in the ball game. Refugio leads 48-0. We will be right back. Take a quick break.
We're from here and we're your neighbors. We're Wilkinson Chevrolet in Refugio, and we've been doing business in South Texas for years. Remember, a Wilkinson deal is a Chevrolet deal.
Back here at Jack Sportsman Bobcat Stadium, Refugio has increased its lead 48-0 with 8:56 left to play in the ball game. Thank everybody for watching. If you'd like to sponsor, give us a shout on Facebook, give us a call. We put something together for you and get it on our broadcast. If you'd like to donate, up in the right-hand corner of your screen is a way for you to donate. All the money goes towards playoff broadcasts. We don't make a dime on it. It's to bring the playoffs to the fans of Refugio, the ones who love us and the ones who don't like us. Brown set the kick back to the Bulldogs. And it's going to sail right out of the end zone. Touchback. Ball will be brought to the 25-yard line. The Bulldogs will start their next possession. We can't thank our sponsors enough. Wilkinson Chevrolet, Refugio ISD Education Foundation, First State Bank, Bobcat Alley Oil and Lube, Refugio County Farm Bureau, Mid-Coast Lease Service, and Brian Neiman Insurance. Thank you guys for coming along the ride with us. And thanks for being so patient with us. Everybody that watches every week, that tunes in, you've been the most patient people I've ever met. Snap was muffed. Quarterback just fell on it. Brings up a second down and a long way, 17 yards. Hand off to the right side. Take it down at the 15-yard line where a flag is dropped there in the backfield. It's going to be a holding, face mask against the Bobcats. So they'll walk off that 15-yard penalty. Be a first down. Bulldogs at the 31-yard line. Snap was over his head again. Ball is still loose. Looks like the Bobcats have recovered on the 3-yard line. I think these kids are ready to be moved up for the playoffs, guys. We've had 2 answer the call. Was moved up this week. They actually signed on JV. Jordan King and Kai Whitmire. They have been put on the varsity roster for the rest of the year. Jaden Lewis with the touchdown run. Makes the score 54-0. 7:21 left to go in the ball game. Lewis hands off to Flores, who doesn't quite make it in for the 2-point conversion. We'll take another break. We'll be right back.
The Refugio ISD Education Foundation, along with the Bobcat Band and cheerleaders, arrived in style on fire trucks for the 2021 Catwalk. 14 teachers were surprised last month with a big check to fund their 2021 Innovative Teaching Grants. It was great to see the excitement from the teachers and the students as the checks were presented to teachers on each campus. In the past 2 years, the Education Foundation has donated over $68,000 to the district to fund equipment and materials for the classrooms. You can join us in supporting the students and teachers. Go to the Refugio ISD Education Foundation website or Facebook page and find out how. Order a brick or a bench for the Bobcat Tribute Plaza. Participate in a fundraiser or just make a donation. Help us have a bigger catwalk in 2022.
Back here at Jack Sportsman Bobcat Stadium, Refugio has a commanding lead of 54-0. With 7:21 left to play in the ball game. Looks like Chris Flores is lining up to do the kicking duties. Kick is away. Caught and fell down. The turf monster got him. Well, now they're going to run the clock down. We're down to below 7 minutes now. Handoff up the middle. Nice gain up to the 47-yard line. I don't have Three Rivers rosters, so I haven't been able to name a kid from them all night. First down and 10 for the Bulldogs from their own 47-yard line. Nice carry up to the 50-yard line. Second down and 7. Handoff up the middle again. Gets up to about the 48-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 5. The down marker got a little confused over there. He had first down. There it is, 3rd down now. It's a nice tackle by Hunter Carroll. He's able to get in the backfield and take him down. Brings up a 4th down and 8. The ball will go over on downs. Refugio's ball on the 49-yard line of the Bulldogs. Clock now at 3 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the ball game. He stopped the clock because his finger got tired of holding it. All right, they got the clock rolling again. Jaden Lewis keeps the ball, and he is downed at the 27-yard line. Three receivers set, one back. Hand off to Lewis, Javante Lewis, who's taken down at the 10-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 10. Well, that is a touchdown. Did not see that young man's number with the ball. Seth Roy with the carry. Touchdown, Refugio. 19? 19, excuse me. That was Corey Oliver with the touchdown run, 10 yards. Refugio going for two. Javante Lewis into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. Makes the score 62-0. 1 minute, 13 seconds to go in the ball game. Take a quick break. We'll be right back.
When we say a Wilkinson deal is a Chevrolet steal, we mean it. At Wilkinson Chevrolet in Refugio, we can get you financed. We are experts at second chance financing. With several financing options, we can find the financing that fits your needs. Remember, our favorite word is yes. That's Wilkinson Chevrolet in Refugio, where you're treated like family.
Remember, a Wilkinson deal is a Chevrolet steal.
Well, they have the clock rolling here in Refugio. Now the scoreboard has just went off. And I believe that's probably going to be the last play of the ball game.